Hello everyone. In this tutorial, you will create the sketch shown in figure above. Extrude the sketch by 20 units and generate a drawing with the orthographic and isometric views of the model. The isometric view of the model is shown in the figure here. Starting a new file. Choose the new design option from the file menu to start a new design. Click here, then choose new design option from the file menu. Choose the Create Sketch tool from the Create panel in the Solid tab of the ribbon. The three default planes are displayed in the graphics window and you are prompted to select a plane or a planar face. Choose the Create Sketch tool from the Create panel. Three default planes are displayed here. Select the Exit plane, that is front plane, from the origin node in the browser bar. Click here, then choose Exit plane from the browser bar. Modifying the units, snap and grid. Move the cursor on the units subnode of the document settings from the browser bar in the graphics window. The Change Active Units button is displayed. Expand the document setting node. Move the cursor here. Change Active Units button is displayed. Choose the Change Active Units button. The Change Active Units dialog box is displayed. Choose the Change Active Units button. Change Active Units dialog box is displayed here. Select the millimeter option from the unit type drop-down list in the Change Active Units dialog box and then choose the OK button. If this option is already selected, then choose the Cancel button from the dialog box. Here you can see that millimeter option is already selected, so click on the Cancel button. Choose the grid settings option from the grids and snaps flyout at the bottom of the graphics window. The grid settings dialog box is displayed. Click here, then choose grid settings option. Grid settings dialog box is displayed here. Select the fixed radio button from the grid setting dialog box. The dialog box expand, enter 50 in the measure grid spacing edit box and 10 in the minor subdivision edit box. Choose the fixed radio button from the grid settings dialog box. Now enter 50 in the measure grid spacing edit box and 10 in the minor subdivisions edit box. Choose the OK button. Click on the OK button. Drawing the sketch. Choose the line tool, click on the origin. Choose the line tool and then click on the origin. Move the cursor right, enter 10, tab 0, click in the graphics window. Move the cursor right, enter 10, tab 0 and then click in the graphics window. Line 1 is created. Move the cursor upward, enter 10, tab 90, click in the graphics window. Move the cursor upward, enter 10, tab 90 and then click in the graphics window. Line 2 is created. Now you have to create line 3. Move the cursor right, enter 10, tab 90, click in the graphics window. Move the cursor right, enter 10, tab 90 and then click in the graphics window. Next you have to create line 4. Move the cursor down, enter 10, tab 90 and then click in the graphics window. Next create line 5. Move the cursor right, enter 30, tab 90 and then click in the graphics window. Here you can see that up to line 5 sketch is created. Similarly, you have to create rest of the entities of the sketch. Now you have to create line 6. Move the cursor upward, enter 10, tab 90, and then click in the graphics window. Next, create line 7. Move the cursor right, enter 10, tab 90, and then click in the graphics window. Now you have to create line 8. Move the cursor down, enter 10, tab 90, and then click in the graphics window. Next, you have to create line 9. Move the cursor right, enter 10, tab 90, and then click in the graphics window. Similarly, you have to create line 10. Move the cursor upward, enter 40, tab 90, and then click in the graphics window. Here you can see that up to line 10, sketch is created. Now you need to draw a line inclined at an angle of 135 degrees. To draw this line, you need to move the cursor at an angle of 135 degrees with respect to line 10. Move the line cursor diagonally left in the upward direction. Enter 14.14, tab 135, click in the graphics window. Move the cursor in the upward direction and then enter 14.14, tab 135, and then click in the graphics window. Now you can see that an inclined line is created. Move the cursor left, enter 50, tab 135, click in the graphics window. Move the cursor left, enter 50, tab 135, and then click in the graphics window. Move the line cursor diagonally in downward direction. Enter 14.14, tab 135, click in the graphics window. Move the line cursor diagonally in downward direction and then enter 14.14 and then press tab key and now enter 135 in the angular box and click in the graphics window. Move the cursor vertically downward to the start point of the first line, which is the origin, and then click to complete the sketch and exit the line 2. Move the cursor vertically downward to the start point and then click here to complete the sketch and exit the line 2. Choose the fit tool from the navigation bar and display settings to fit the current sketch into the screen. Click here, then choose Fit to fit the current sketch into the graphics window. The outer loop of the sketch is completed and is shown in figure here. Here you can see that outer loop of the sketch is completed as shown in figure here. Now you have to arrange the dimension lines for the better visualization of the sketch. Drag this dimension line to here, drag this dimension line to here. Similarly, you have to arrange rest of the dimension lines. After rearranging the dimension lines, the sketch will look like this. Now drawing circles. Clear the Snap to Grid checkbox from the grid and snap flyout. Click here and then clear the Snap to Grid checkbox. Right click in the drawing area To invoke the Mask menu and then choose the Center Diameter Circle tool from the Sketch Circle. You are prompted to place the center point of the circle. Right click here and then click here and then choose Center Diameter Circle tool. Move the circle cursor close to the lower end point of the right inclined line and then move the cursor toward the left. Move the circle cursor close to the lower end point of the right inclined line and then toward the left. Now move the cursor to the upper end point of the right inclined line and then move the cursor vertically down. A vertical inferencing line starts following the cursor. Now move the cursor to the upper end point of the right inclined line and then vertically down. Here you can see that vertical inferencing line starts following the cursor. Click at the point where the inferencing lines from both the endpoints of the inclined lines intersect. The center point of the circle is specified and you are prompted to specify the diameter of the circle. Click here. Move the cursor toward left to define a circle and enter 10 in the diameter input field and press enter twice to exit the circle tool. Now move the cursor toward left and enter 10 in the diameter input field and then press enter 2 times. Similarly, draw a circle on the left using the inferencing lines generating from the endpoints of the left inclined lines. Choose the center diameter circle tool from the grid panel and then click here to define the center point of the circle. Now move toward right and enter 10 in the diameter input field and then press enter 2 times. Drawing the sketch of the inner cavity. Turn on the snap to grid option from the grid and snap flyout and select the sketch grid checkbox from the sketch palette window. Click here and then choose snap to grid checkbox. Now you have to make sure that sketch grid checkbox is selected in the sketch palette window. Invoke the line tool by pressing the L key. The arrow cursor is replaced by the line cursor. Press L key. Starting from the origin, move the line cursor by 4 units to the right and 3 units up and then click to specify the start point of line. Starting from the origin, you have to move the line cursor by 4 units and then you have to move the line cursor 3 units up and then click here to specify the start point of line. Move the cursor horizontally toward the right. Click again when the length of the line above the line cursor shows 30. Move the cursor horizontally toward the right. when the length of the line above the line cursor shows 30. Move the line cursor vertically upward and click when the length of the line on the line cursor shows 10. Move the cursor vertically upward and then click when the line cursor shows 10. Move the line cursor horizontally toward the left and click when the length of the line on the line cursor shows 10. Move the line cursor horizontally toward the left and click when line cursor shows 10. Move the line cursor vertically down and click when the length of the line on the line cursor shows 5. Move the line cursor vertically down and click when the line cursor shows 5. Move the cursor vertically down and click when the line cursor shows 5. Move the line cursor horizontally toward the left and click when the length of the line on the line cursor shows 10. Similarly, you have to move the line cursor horizontally toward left and click when the line cursor shows 10. Move the line cursor vertically up and click when the length of the line on the line cursor shows 5. Move the line cursor up and click when the line cursor shows 5. Move the line cursor horizontally toward the left and click when the length of the line on the line cursor shows 10. Move the line cursor toward left and click when the line cursor shows 10. Move the line cursor vertically downward to the start point of the first line. The length of the line at this point shows 10. Move the line cursor vertically downward and click here. Right click and then choose the OK option from the marking menu. The complete sketch is drawn. Right click here and then choose OK option from the marking menu. Choose the Fit button from the navigation bar and display setting to fit the display of the sketch into the screen. Click here and then choose Fit tool from the navigation and display setting. Now you can see that complete sketch is drawn as shown in figure here. Extruding the sketch. Choose the Extrude tool from the Create panel to invoke the Extrude dialog box. As the sketch consists of two loops, the sketch is not automatically selected. Therefore, you need to select the profile to be extruded. Before extruding the sketch, you have to click on the Finish button. Now, you have to click on Home button to get the isometric view of the sketch. Next, you have to click on the Extrude tool. Now you can see that Extrude dialog box is displayed. Move the cursor outside the inner loop but inside the outer loop. Move the cursor here. You can see that selected profile is highlighted. Click anywhere in the highlighted area. A preview of the extruded model is displayed in the drawing window. Click here. Enter 20 in the distance edit box. You can also use the extrude manipulator to specify the extrusion depth. Enter 20 in the distance edit box. Choose OK from the dialog box to create the model and exit the Extrude tool. Click on the OK button. Saving the model. Choose the Save option from the File menu or Application menu. The Save dialog box is displayed. Click here and then choose Save option from the File menu. Save dialog box is displayed here. Enter C02 Tute04 in the name box. Enter C02 Tute04 in the name box. Next, click on the down arrow on the extreme right side of the location selection box. The Save dialog box gets expanded. Click here. Select an existing project, catching from the project column, or create new project by choosing the New Project button from the Save dialog box. Select the catching project from the project column, or you can create new project by just clicking on the New Project button. Choose the Save button to save the model and exit the Save dialog box. Now you have to click on Save button to save the model. Generating drawing views of model. Choose Drawing from Design in the Workspaces drop-down. The Create Drawing dialog box is displayed. Click here, then choose Drawing from Design. The Create Drawing dialog box is displayed here. Select the Manual Radio button from the Create Drawing dialog box if it is not selected by default. Make sure that Manual Radio button is selected here. Select the Full Assembly option from the Contents drop-down list available in the Reference node in the Create Drawing dialog box if it is not selected by default. Make sure that Full Assembly option is selected in the Contents drop-down list. Select the ISO option from the Standard drop-down list available in the Reference node in the Create Drawing dialog box. Make sure that ISO option is selected here. Select A3 from the Sheet Size drop-down list and choose the OK button. The drawing workspace is invoked and a preview of the base view gets attached to the cursor. Also, the Drawing View dialog box is displayed. Make sure that A3 option is selected in the Sheet Size drop-down list. Now, click on the OK button. Drawing workspace is invoked and you can see that preview of the base view gets attached to the cursor. Also, Drawing View dialog box is displayed. Move the cursor to bottom left of the drawing sheet and then click on this location to place the attached view. Click here to place the attached view. Choose the Projected View tool from the Create panel. You are prompted to select the parent view to be projected. Choose the Projected View tool. Select the front view as a parent view from the drawing sheet in the graphics window and move the cursor to the top of the selected view and generate the top view. Select the front view and now move the cursor to the top of the selected view and click here to generate the top view. Now, take the front view as the parent view and generate the drawing of right side view and the asymmetric view. Now click here to generate the right side view and then click here to generate the asymmetric view. Right click in the drawing sheet, a marking menu is displayed. Right click here. A marking menu is displayed here. Choose the OK button from the marking menu. Click on the OK button. Thank you for watching this video.